Hey folks, doing another unboxing here of another Kickstarter that came in. I've had this for maybe a month now. I just haven't gotten around to doing a video on it. But it is Fairies and Magical Creatures, the Kickstarter edition. Um, there's not a whole lot different in the Kickstarter edition. It's one of those things where I kind of maybe wish I wouldn't have gotten the Kickstarter edition, because this Fairies and Magical Creatures has actually been out at retail for, God, 4 months now, 4 or 5 months, 6 months maybe. And they just finally got the Kickstarter edition out. So let's just go ahead and open it up. It's by Forbidden Games. You have a little rule book, rules manual, Kickstarter edition. It's pretty straightforward. It's basically a tile laying game, essentially. Each player has their board here, not double-sided. Plays up to 5, looks like. We have a sort of mini board here where the various decks are going to sit, and tells you where all the actions are. We have the miniatures, which are honestly not that great. There's not a ton of detail on them, or at least detail that pops. Maybe if I put a wash over this, it'll look better. But it's not that great. G doesn't even fit down in there. There's a Minotaur. I mean, there might be some detail there. It's kind of hard to see because of how bright the plastic is. Then we have the giant first player token, which I've just set right there. We have some other cardboard tokens here. This is the bag of all the map tiles, all the polyominoes you're going to be placing out. There's just a ton of them in here. It's in a big black bag. And then there's a deck of cards here. A couple decks of cards. Then we have all the pieces. We have the pawns, the player pawns. We have all the jewels, little acrylic jewels. And that all kind of sits just like that. I don't think there's anything under there. Nope, nothing under there. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I don't know if the acrylic... I can't remember what made this Kickstarter edition a Kickstarter edition. Maybe the miniatures, which is a disappointment because they're not... Honestly, they're not really very good. The giant, first player marker... this is a waste. Like, you're going to be taught... I understand it sits out on the table and it's easy to determine who the first player is, but this is just ridiculous. Like, this giant piece of wood. It's wooden. It's painted. It looks nice. It's just... And then maybe the token, maybe these were, instead of being acrylic gems, they were cardboard tokens or whatever. Yeah. That's pretty much... And it really doesn't all fit. You can't get the Kickstarter edition. It doesn't fit that great back in the box. They don't show you or tell you how to get everything. Like, the normal edition, it would be pretty obvious where everything goes. With the Kickstarter edition, with the giant piece of wood, it's just... There's nothing online. They didn't release a video or a set of instructions on how everything goes together. But yeah, that's Fairies and Magical Creatures. Again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because it's like I said, it's been out for like 5 or 6 months now. But it's basically a tile laying game. You're sort of constructing a garden, I think, and you want certain creatures in it, and etc., and score points. But that is Fairies and Magical Creatures, the Kickstarter edition from Forbidden Games. Thanks for watching.